Hi everyone, my name is Yusei Takahashi and I'm a senior student of Kanda University of International Studies. Today I'm going to talk about how I and my peers organize an event and a learning community in an online situation. So the title is Organizing an Online Event and a Community for Learners During the Pandemic. And here is the agenda. First of all, I will introduce myself and background of this presentation, and then move on to learners event and learning community things, and explain how I adapt them to online environment. Then finally, I will summarize this presentation. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Yusei Takahashi, and I belong to Kanda University of International Studies, and my major is English. And I put my academic interest here. I like sociolinguistics, especially indigenous languages and their language revitalization movements. And actually these days I'm working on my graduation thesis, and the topic is Hawaiian language revitalization movements. And here I work at the SALC as a peer advisor, and peer advisor is a job to help peers, other students, by having advising sessions and organizing some events related to language learning. Okay, the background of the presentation, that before the pandemic, all the learners events and learning communities could conduct in person on campus, right? However, once the pandemic happened, we needed to develop online learning environment. It was an urgent task for university administrators, teachers, and some student staff. Then we've revised a plan of pedagogies, and finally, we can reach successful implementation. So this presentation shows how I and my peers adapt an event in a learning community to an online environment, and try to support educators and students who are interested in organizing learners events in SALCs. Okay, the first topic is a learners event on campus. In this in the SALC this year, we have 4 peer advisors, and 2 of us, including me, organized this event named TACO, T-A-C-O, TACO. The event's full name is Talking Activity and Collaborate with Others. It was started last year, and we had 2 more senior peer advisors last year, but they're graduated from this university. So this year we have 2 peer advisors to organize this event. And the purposes and concepts of this event, TACO event, is to help students solve their problems of learning by sharing ideas with each other. And also to encourage students to use English more outside of the classroom. And also important concept is that the event, TACO event, provides opportunity to meet other students and share experiences. And also this event can be a new system of supporting students in the SALC by holding a monthly event. This type of event is a once a month event in the SALC. And here, this is a picture from the last year TACO. We got together at this area. There are lots of sofas and chairs. And then we had a session here at this area. As you can see, it looks like literally collaborative event, right? There are lots of students and some peer advisors here, right? Yeah. And here, this is a poster from the last year TACO. And we usually had a session at lunchtime. It says lunchtime here. And also venue was ESPA. We called it ESPA, English Speaking Practice Area here. It's very small, but it's kind of very, it's best place to have an interactive collaborative event. And look at here, it's funny. No free TACO Sorry, it's funny, isn't it? All right. Anyway, this is what we had last year. However, due to the pandemic, we needed to adapt the TAKO event to online environment. Here, it shows how we organize it in an online situation. For example, we use Zoom with screen share and whiteboard functions. Whiteboard function was used to brainstorm participants' ideas. Also, since it's related to language learning, we sometimes share helpful materials like motivation chart or goal setting document. Right here. And also here, we try to keep quality of discussions. In a normal situation, students can normally, naturally have conversation, right? However, in the online situation, they sometimes wait to say something. So me and one more organizer think it's important to give follow-up questions and then make discussion more interactive and collaborative. Also, since we cannot talk after the session, it's difficult for us to get feedback from the participants, right? Then we decided to make Google Form questionnaires to collect participants' voices. And here is the screenshots of the Google Form questionnaires. We have a question asking that how useful was the event for your learning or lives? And we have scale here. 1 indicates not at all, 5 indicates very useful. And according to this questionnaire, almost all of participants answered 4, 5 for every or each TAKO event. So it can be said that participants joining TAKO event were satisfied with the contents and the online version of TAKO event. And then here, after the session, I usually send them an email to say thank you to them and also recommend them to peer advisors. And we think it is more imperative to build rapport in online situations. And here, there are some topics that we covered, that we had sessions this year. And at the very, very bottom of this, the screen here, this is upcoming TAKO event, reflection on this year and future vision and future career. It will be on December 17th. The title will be decided soon. Right, and this year we focused on motivation or reasons to learn, reasons to study, because some students may lose their motivation or confidence to continue their language learning during the quarantine or this pandemic situation. Like for example, on June 4th, the June TAKO event, we had a topic that let's set a goal for the first semester. The reason why we chose this topic is to clarify students' goals so that they can make their own path to achieve their goals, right? And here I put 2 posters of TAKO this year. Since it's fully online, we had to post these kind of posters on the South website and also SNS like Instagram, right? So the advertising way had to be changed, right? And the next topic is a learning community on campus. Besides PA's peer advisor's job, I run a learning community called Study Buddies with two of my friends. We always call this community SBs, right? And the purposes of this community is to improve conversational English skills by having enjoyable conversation. And also to provide opportunity for students to make friends through English conversation. Yeah, SB is not a class, so it's just a casual kind of casual gathering, right? So students can enjoy speaking English and make friends in this community. And in a normal situation, we just get together at the SALC, at a certain place of the SALC, and make some groups and talk about something casual topics. For example, what can you imagine when you hear Christmas? Or what's your best memory of your trips? And the first half of the session, they use Japanese to talk about the topic, and then they have time to search vocabulary or phrases that they use for the English conversation. Then the latter half of the session, we talked about the same content in English, right? And after they talk in groups, we share some useful phrases or vocabularies together, with all members. And that's the normal flow of the study buddies. However, as you know, due to the pandemic, we had to change the way to have SBs, right? For example, we also use Zoom with screen share and breakout session functions. For TAKO event, we don't use breakout session because the number of participants are often small. But in terms of study buddies, SBs, we always have over 10 participants. Yeah, so we use a breakout session to have more productive conversation with small number of members, right? And also we use Google Document and Slides to share materials. And yeah, here is a very, very unique rule for online situation. We ask participants to turn on their videos as much as possible. Yeah, in order to get to know each other well. If they cannot see any faces, it's very weird, difficult to make friends, and it's weird to talk with others, right? And yeah, then we have the rule, yeah, asking participants to turn on their videos, right? Also, same as TAKO event, we use Google Form to correct participants' voices, and in order to build good relationship, we provide extra talking time after each sessions if we have if we are available. In the extra talking time, we just talk about random stuff, and yeah, just enjoy having conversation. But I believe that the kind of extra talking time, yeah, students can feel sense of belongings. In other words, relatedness. Yeah, thanks to this extra talking time, right? And at the left side, you can see a vocabulary share document that we use in the session. This sheet is made only for online environment, online version of study buddies. And it's a Google document, so students can access to this document whenever they want, and they can review what they learned. And also, here's a Google Form questionnaires. Yeah, the right side. All right, so finally, let me summarize this presentation. Pandemic has a negative impact on the world, but we need to maintain quality learning opportunities for students. And collaborative and interactive events and learning communities can be held online with some changes. Yeah, it's not impossible to have these kind of events or workshops online. Yeah, I hope you can notice that from my presentation. Also, according to the Google Form questionnaires of TAKO and Study Buddies, students are satisfied with online learning to a certain extent. And last but not least, through all these experiences in the SALC, I can acquire skills to plan events or workshop and organize them effectively. And skills to adapt myself to various different environments, right? And these days, it is always said that pandemic's third wave is coming, but we can continue quality education, and we can continue developing quality education, and we can survive the tough world. I hope you guys can get insight or get energy to survive this tough world from my presentation. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.